folks, hi, this is Gigi on a budget. It's Friday, and you know what that means? That means it's time for a little chat, and how about a little toast to start off the week? This is actually, I think it's sparkling one, some type of sparkling water drink, and just a little bit of coconut rum. Here we go. That's not bad. Well, welcome back. We're going to go ahead and drop some money. I also wanted to talk with you, or talk about a quote. I was watching CBS Morning, because that's mine and BigDog's morning routine, is we watch CBS Mornings with Gail, Tony, and Nate. They had a chef on there, Chef Jose Andres, and he threw something out there. He's writing a book. He's talking about his dad, and his dad, him and his mom and his dad were both nurses, but his dad liked to cook. And I guess on weekends they'd get a big, fire, and they cook and all kinds of stuff. And one of the things that he was sharing about is how his dad would tell him about, you got to learn how to control the fire. And I don't know why that stuck with me, because really that can apply across your life if you think about it. So I kind of want to talk about that a little bit, talk about the week, and also we're going to be dropping some money. But let's go ahead and see how much money we're going to be dropping first, okay?
Wake up, today's going to be a good day. Wake up, today's going to be a good day. Wake up, today's going to be a good day.
Because we are working on getting closer to dropping that money for BigDog. That's right. Because you know what he's got going on, right? We've talked about that already, right? Right. As a reminder, let's see. Can he get it going this time? I don't know. Shits and grins, man. Shits and grins. You gotta have a sense of humor, right? Right? Is that right? Yeah, there you go. All right, that's enough. That's enough out of you. No soup for you.
No soup for you.
All right, so let's see how much money I have here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. All right. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's 100. 10, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. I thought it was up. See? Gigi, get your stuff together. Oh, wow. Well, it's starting to get warm out here in in Arizona. This was me. This was me playing golf. It was just, I have discovered, if it's over 90 degrees, I can't play. I had to stop. It's just too freaking hot. It is close to be 98, close to 100. The wind is not helping. The ladies are taking my 2 holes. I'll be going in the next one, but it's too freaking hot. And this is why. It's too freaking hot. Enjoyed the game, the round, but it's just too hot. Too hot. So I don't want to be there with making sure I'm drinking my Powerade, throwing water on my head, throwing water on my face, pull out the towel that I froze in the freezer the night before. What fun is that? One of the gals was telling me that the week before, she was just about passed out in her cart because it was so freaking hot. No. Now in May, they're going to start playing at 6. I'll be ready. There you go. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. Let's start over. Let's go ahead and count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 29. We'd be liking that number. 229. I'm gonna drop some money here. That's right, baby. Then I went to, some of the things you have to do as you get older is like, you get the Medicare. That's right. You turn 65. Everybody gets a Medicare. Well, most people do. I have to schedule my wellness check, and that's when they check you for any cognitive deficiency. Deficiency. Yeah. Let's stick to that. Okay. So what they do is they tell you three words. They're small words like apple, doctor, barn, something like that. Some way out there. And then what they do, then they have you draw the face of a clock. And they give you a time, like 3:15. So you have to draw the clock, number it, and put 3:15. And then I can't remember I can't remember the other two. There's like 3. And then they ask you, okay, so what were those 3 words that I gave you? And you always want to try to remember those words because Gigi don't want to be losing any cognitive deficiency. Nobody does, right? All right, let's go ahead and throw some money in here. Put 15 in here. So I have to schedule that. I usually do that around my birthday, so that's coming up. But I did have to go into for my dermatologist because, you know, as you get older, they want to be looking at your skin. So I had some type of, I don't know, rash or something on my ankle a while back, and he just kind of wanted to make sure that it was taken care of. It was taken care of. So as I'm sitting there, he's looking. First, I walked in and they said, "Do you want to wear a gown?" Because then I kind of like to look at everything. I go, no, because I didn't think I really had anything. But I had a mole here that he ended up zapping off. I got to go back and get a recheck on that. So he comes in and he starts chit-chatting. He's looking at my arms, looking at my neck. Because the man walks around with this can, I guess like it's some type of freeze. Next thing you know, I got 3 things off here and 3 things in my back. I didn't go in for that, doc. I just wanted this here. So anyway, did that. Let's see what else. Golf. Did that. Did a little bit of running around with my mom. Getting ready for our next trip. We're going to be going to, let's see, May. I will be getting ready to go to see my big girl. My big girl, Charlie. Okay, I think I was going to put like $93 in here. Let's go ahead and put $93 in there. And then let's see what I have left. So here's 80. Here's 80. And here's 90. 1, 2, 3. And then I was talking to my girl. You know, I was out in Texas and she's just been busy. Looks like Alex is crawling around and Teddy is showing her little personality now. So she started smiling now. She's just a little over a month. So let's go ahead and write my number here. And this time I'm going to use my calculator to make sure that I don't screw up the number here. So they're doing well. Oh, I miss them so much. I can't help it. Oh, but Gigi. 425. And we put 93. So 1617 plus 93 equals 1710. Let's see what I have after, because I think I have a little bit extra money to make another drop in here. So let's go ahead, keep moving forward. Hope you guys enjoyed my video from last week where I talked about how I met the big dog. Met him on Match.com. That's right. And,
is that one of the Match.com guys?
And so far it's been working out pretty good. All right, so we want to go ahead because we have our first date. Because we first met up at Chili's, like I said in the story. That was just a meetup, the soda, how you doing, a meet and greet. Our first actual date was when we went to Mimi's. And that's when I found out that he was 10 years older than me. No, it worked out. It worked out fine. 19 years later, and we still be doing good. He's a good guy. Glad I winked. So let's go ahead and drop 40 in here. But I'm looking forward to see my my Charlie. That'll be fun. So let's go ahead and put that in here. And I think I wanted to put a little bit of money for Christmas, because before you know it, Christmas is going to be here. It's just that simple. We're going to start off small. We'll just go ahead and put $2 in here. But I want to use my green pin little by little, because before, look, have I not used this pin before? Did I have another green pin? Gigi, do you have another green pin? No, it's this one. Let me see. Let me take it off here. Oh, you know what? I think I was I using the crayon? I think I was using the crayon, yeah. Oh, can't hardly see it. Let me get my crayon. Hold on. Oops, sorry, Luna. I disturbed my Luna. Okay. Oh, this is dark. It's dark room. That's okay. It still works. $2 in there. Okay, she's comfy. All right, so let's go ahead and throw $2 in there. And I also wanted to start saving again for our what's the name? Oh, I gotta pay our ambulance bill. Where we're at, the county that we're at, we're a little bit further out, and the ambulance is not connected with the city or the county, so we have to pay for that. It's a yearly fee. And I just realized, ooh, I gotta pay that today. Okay, let's see here. I was gonna put 17. Let me see if do I have anything in here? Nope. So let's just put 20. So next time I only have to put 14. Let me get my pen out. I think that red. I'll just leave the 20 in there. The 17, we already paid off for the Luna, the trailer. That's already paid. So now we just got the 2 cars coming up now. So that's cool. Drop that in there. And was I gonna do? I think that was it. I think we're gonna see how much we have left for the teeth. For the teeth. All right. So let's see here. 40, 50, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. Is that right? Well, I got a 59 open. Let's make sure I counted it right. 40, 50, 55, yeah, 50, 59. That's great. So, give me a pen. So anyway, like I said, my girl's doing well. She's still off work, which I'm so pleased about. She doesn't have to go back, I think, until like the first week of June or something like that. So that's great. All right. But I just wish they were closer. Other words. But getting back to I'll go ahead and add that number to it too. Our envelope's getting big. Go ahead and add 59. I'm going to have to do a new sheet for it. Plus, put it right here so everybody can see it. Plus 59. So 1710 plus 59. 1710 plus 59 equals 1769. 1769. That's great. We're getting there. I'm excited about that. Like I said, he's gonna be coming in here. Show me the money. Show me the money, honey. But anyway, getting back to that quote. When I heard it, I think that's it for this week. That's not bad. $229. We're making a dent on Big Dog's teeth. It's coming. When I heard the quote, since I've been retired now, it's 2 years. It's been 2 years since March. And when I first retired, I was traveling, I was busy, seeing family. It's like you do all the things that maybe you hadn't been doing, and now you want to hurry up and do them. And then you get to a point where everything settles down a little bit. Then you start finding your routine. I feel like I'm still looking for my routine. And I think the idea of retirement before was you kind of slow down, you kind of take your time, but I don't see retirement that, at least I feel like I've been more busy now than I was when I was working. Or I was busy when I was working, but I'm thinking I'm doing a lot of different things. Well, there's a block of time, you got up, get ready for work at 6, and maybe didn't come back from work till anywhere from 5 to 7. So that's like a 12-hour block of your day that you were filling up with work. And so it's not like I think I'm any busier. It's just like I'm doing a lot of different things. Like, me and Big Dog have done a little bit of traveling. I'm being able to see my kids more and spending time with my mom. Reading books, going back to school. Being able to do some of my photography, doing the videos, get more into the YouTube, doing more of the cash stuffing, trying to get my savings and our finances at a better, a more solid place. So there are a lot of things that I wanted to do, but I didn't do them because the fire that I had was going someplace else. And now the fire that I have now is like, what is it telling me? Because I think that our energy, because to me, when he said that, I attribute that almost to like energy. How we expend our energy. Where are we spending our energy? What are we doing with our energy? So when I was younger, it's just like I see my daughter, she's working, she's got 2 babies, she's married, she's got a household. So all that energy is going to be going to that. That's what I did too. 2 kids, a husband, a household, working, you do that when you're young. When you're 66, not so much. But you do that when you're young. And so that's where my energy was going. Trying to get ahead, trying to make sure my kids are okay, trying to see what's going on in school, trying to see what's going on with my husband. A lot of different things were going on, and you just got all these balls in the air. That's where your energy is going. Your energy is going to try to keep them in the air, and that you're hoping that everybody's getting whatever they need from you. Not always. It doesn't always work because, we're only one person. But when you're pulled in 10 different directions, that's very difficult to try to think that you're going to be able to cover everything that needs to be covered, because it doesn't happen. I'm just saying, it does not happen. Now, and me and my daughter even talked about that a little bit. And now, it's like I get to determine how I want to use that fire, how I want to expend it, where do I want to put it at. Again, I think it has to do with my time and my energy. Those, to me, that's what I'm saying. When I heard that, that's what I connected it with. So, as I listened to it, because this was Monday, like I said, I posted the clip on my community board, I guess what it is, and also put at the bottom of this clip as well. I just found it to be intriguing as to what the man was saying. Because now what I'm finding, now that it's been 2 years post rat race or working stuffs out there, it's like, I've been working since I was 14 years old, and I'm wondering, is there a pull? Sometimes I feel like there's a pull for me to get back to it. I even kind of wrote about it on my site. It's like, so why is that? Because it dissipated a little bit when I stopped working. And I think it's because it's the newness of, oh, you're retired.
So here I am, enjoying my retirement.
You get to do this, you get to do that. If I was still working, I wouldn't have been able to spend the 3 weeks with my daughter, both times that she had her babies. It would have been harder for me to be able to go to Aruba. To be able to spend the extra time I do when I go back east, to be able to spend the extra time I have, with my kids when they're here and with my folks, or even being able to help my mom out, when my dad was here. So there are a lot of things that have been positive since I retired, but there's just like this, I don't know if it's a push or something.
What the hell is that?
Something, because I've been told, BigDog, sometimes I think I want to go to work. And he goes, well, that's because you're not doing retirement right.
Makes sense to me.
And I told him, I go, well, I don't think it's a full-time job anymore. So I'm not quite sure what it is that's pulling me. I'm sure, with the savings challenge and finances, and, I'm thinking, oh man, we could do this. I'm sure that's because now I see the finances and the saving challenges and sinking funds and all that. I see that as a game. Where can I make that good move, or how can I make that bigger? To me, that's all part of the game. And I'm sure that's part of it, because I really wish I had started this process a lot sooner. But, you do what you can when you learn, and, you do the best that you can. That's all you can do. Right. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Doesn't make it so. Anyway.
Isn't it?
That's right.
Like I said, when I heard that, I just felt that the reality is you do have the fire within you, whether that's passion, you want to call it energy, you want to call it your time, whatever it is, you get to control that. You get to determine how you're going to spend it. You get to determine what you're going to do with it. And I find as being retirement doesn't mean you're just going to sit back and, okay, I'm going to the they always seem to find golden sunsets, retirement home, or golden acres, or sunny smiling acres, or golden retreat. It's always like golden. What the hell's up with that? You know, you don't have to do any of that. You can really do whatever you want to do. It's just, you know, things. Are you healthy enough? Can you financially do it? You know, do you want to do it? But really, the time is really up to you. Did you see? I put on my my Hello Kitty nails, but I already lost 2. This is a tribute to my girls, my Charlie, my Morgan, and my Theo. They're all cat girls. So anyway, I like the press-on nails, but before I know it, they all kind of go away. But anyway, a friend of mine, she's been using them since high school, 15 years old, and she could deal with them. I can't deal with them this long. They start to after a while. But anyway, it's been on since Tuesday, so that's not bad for me. But anyway, so I leave you with this, like, what's your fire and what are you doing with it? Are you letting anybody put it out? You should be the one controlling that. You're the one that's in control of your fire. And don't let anybody distinguish it. Don't let anybody put that out there. That's yours. You control that. No matter where you are, and I know sometimes as women we tend to stretch ourselves so many different directions, but really, you stop. Like I told my girl this week, because just by her text, I could feel her not her angst, but I could feel the busyness. Like she was like, and I told her, Mija, just breathe. You know, because this time with your little ones are going to go like that. Look, you know, Morgan's already 1, just like that. Theo's going to be, 6 weeks. It goes too fast when they're this little. So just take it in. But really, allow your fire to take it in. Allow your energy sometimes your energy just needs to be quiet. You know, like the simple joys of life are really sometimes some of the sweetest things. But we have to be mindful enough to slow down and appreciate it. Maybe that's what I still need to learn how to do, to slow down. I don't know, because I was telling my big dog, at work I was like, I had to make decisions, I had to do this. I always had and I think that's why I liked the job, because I was doing a lot of different things. And I was the one that chose to leave. I was the one that said I was going to retire. It was my decision alone. But I think at that point in time, I was just done. It was after COVID. I was a manager of funeral homes, so it's like, it was the last 3 years of my working career, they were just hard, and I think I was just like, was it burnout? Maybe. I don't know, but I was just, put a fork in me, I'm done. Maybe that's why, I had this need, like, do I want to get another job? I don't know. But anyway, like I said, like I was telling my girl, when we were having the conversations, that we're at 2 different places. Find out where you're at. How are you controlling your fire? What are you doing with your fire? Are you letting anybody else burn it out? Don't do that. That's yours to own. We need to cultivate it. We need to keep it going. We need to give it enough oxygen when it needs oxygen to breathe. We need to know when we got to get it going and when it just needs to kind of get ready, and kind of simmer there and get ready for whatever we want to do next. So like I said, just think about it. You control your fire. And that's really so many different things. But anyway, like I said, I heard that and I wanted to share that with you because I kept thinking about it since Monday. And I just have to see if I'm controlling my fire. Am I controlling it in the right way? Am I just letting it run amok? It's going to burn itself out before I know it. I don't know, but that's kind of what I'm trying to figure out right now. And I think that's kind of what I wanted to share with you folks this week. I hope you enjoyed my Easter video. Like I said, how I met the big dog. I did do a midweek drop. I know it was short form, but it was actually a little bit longer. Not quite sure why I did that. Anyway, I just wanted to come by and say hello. And don't let anybody put out your fire. You working stiffs out there, hang tough, tits up. This one's for you. And I appreciate your time. Appreciate you stopping by. Fearless Friday, folks. Until next week, ciao.
Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up.